Right, my friends, well, it's raining a little bit, but we'll go with it. So, lots and lots of people throughout me doing videos of this electric car that I own, which is the Porsche Taycan. It's the first generation Porsche Taycan electric car, EV, electric vehicle, whatever you want to call it, have said. You need to double check because there are electromagnetic fields that can cause you to be ill going through this car, large amounts of it. And I said, right, okay, well, is that real? Is that for real? And they said, yeah, it is. You need to get yourself a tester. So I've actually got myself a tester here, and this tests for electromagnetic radiation tester. Because obviously if you're sat in this car, you're going to get radiation poisoning, basically, apparently, so I'm told. I don't believe that. However, I did put it on in the car the other day on the last video, and I kind of believe it a little bit now because it went wacky. But what we're going to do is we're going to test it. Literally, I'm going to put it on my dash there and see what it's reading while I'm driving, but also we're going to test it in a minute while the car's not switched on, and then when the car is switched on. You have to excuse the videographer because that was just me with the camera, and I'm going to have to hold this as well. But it's going to be interesting to see what readings we get. But we get electronic readings and magnetic readings. There's two different readings if I actually switch this on. You've got the top reading, which is electronic field reading, and the other one which is magnetic field. And at the moment it says good because there's no magnetic fields, there's no electronic fields, and it says 0. If there is large amounts of magnetic fields or electronic fields, it will beep and it will flash red and it will give you a readout, and I'm going to film that readout for you as well. So if you're new to the channel, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to hit the subscribe button. If you like this content, I want you to push this out to the rest of the world and share it all over social media, all over Facebook, and let's put this to rest once and for all, whether owning an electric car can give you radiation poisoning. Well, we'll find out. Well, actually, we can't actually prove that. We can prove whether there's radiation there, but we can't prove whether it is actually harmful, because I've checked online with Google and it says there is no evidence to suggest that electromagnetic fields are harmful to the human body. And I don't know, but we're just going to see what it reads anyway. So share it on social media, hit the subscribe button. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Right, okay, so I'm inside the car, so here we go. So right, we've got the tester here, and as you can see, it is reading 0 at the moment. Good. Electronic field. The top one is the electricity field or electronic field or whatever, and the bottom one is the magnetic field. And we have a hold there as well, which you can hold it, and an average, and the top one, and the units, we can read different units in there as well. You'll understand, scientists will probably understand that more than me. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is the car is off, so there is nothing around here, nothing at all. And if we put it down on the floor where the batteries are, as you can see there, look, nothing at all. Okay, so there's nothing coming from this car whatsoever. Okay, right, let's put it down at the back of the footwell there where the batteries are. That's reading 0. Okay, right, now I'm going to switch the car on now. So let's switch the car on. Okay, so the car is now on and it's reading 0 here, right? Nothing. Pop it down on the floor there. Nothing. Okay. A little bit from the screen there, look, as you can see. Oh, there we go, look. That's coming from the screen, but you're having to get pretty close with that. Okay, so it's reading the screen. Not a lot though. Okay. Right, let's get into the back where the batteries are at the bottom. I wonder if you turn on the regen as well. So nothing. Let's get in the back of the car. Right, so I'm in the back of the car and the batteries are here near the floor. So put them there. There's nothing reading at the moment. This is while the car is off. Nothing. It probably read a bit on the screen, will it? No, nothing from the screen. We're all good. And in the back of the car here, okay, nothing. Okay, so there's nothing in the back of the car. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to rest this. Trying to think of the best way to rest this now. I'm going to rest this on the dash there. So I'll pop it there like that. Oh, that's actually that's showing up on the screen. I'll put it in here for now. So what I'm going to do now is drive the car to Porsche South Lakes, and I'm actually going to test what the electromagnetic field is like. We're going to do another one a little bit more in depth when I meet up with Jeff Buys Cars as well, because we can have two people testing it then while the car's in motion as well. But what I'm going to do is, what's interesting is, while I drive off here, let me drive off. We've got nothing showing at the moment. So let me get out of here. And then, how do you get out of here? And then you'll be interested to see that while the car's actually in motion, because it's got the regen on as well, that's generating, how do you get out of here? That's generating more electricity. You'll see that there actually is, it goes into the danger zone, or it did earlier on. At the moment, we are good. So let's get on the road. Let's pick up some speed. And when the motor starts spinning, and we'll see what the magnetic field is like and the electronic field. So let's get on the road. Now the magnetic field should increase as we increase speed, with the motors increasing as well. So let's get on to the road and see what it is like. Let's get out of here. Bear with me. Don't fast forward. I know it's a bit difficult to try and do both really good camera work, and I need to drive at the same time and keep my concentration on the road. So now we're doing 40 miles an hour, and the electronic field at the moment is reading 0. It's reading good, so no problem at all. I'm going to be intrigued as when we charge up, because what we're going to do is we're going to charge at Porsche South Lakes, and I'm going to be interested to see what reading we get while it's plugged in and power is being forced through into the batteries. That's when it's going to get interesting, because a lot of people sit in the car eating the sandwiches, eating the donuts, drinking the coffee, and they think they are safe. Well, we're going to find that out very shortly. Nothing at all reading at the moment. Now, it did read when I was on the motorway. We probably need to pick up a little bit more speed, so let's crack on a little bit, and then we'll see how it goes in a moment. Right, okay, so now I've picked up speed, and what's interesting is I pointed it down towards the floor, and we've got a reading of 4.9, I don't know if you can see that, 4.9 mg there. I'm watching the road, so you're going to have to see whether you can see that. 4.9 mg as we picked up speed, which is, it's strange. I mean, I don't understand why it wouldn't do it when the car is on. Maybe the motors are going and we're getting a magnetic field. I'm guessing that's why it is. So we're getting a magnetic field as we are driving. In the cockpit itself, it's reading 1.3 mg, but if you go down to the floor there, and I put it down towards the floor near my feet, it's beeping, and we are getting a reading of 5.8 there, 5.8. So it's actually near my feet. I'm going to put that in there in a minute. So actually near my feet. I'm going to do a little bit more of an in-depth test. I'm going to get somebody to drive the car, maybe Jeff Buys Cars, to drive the car while I'm actually in different parts of the car and test the radiation levels on that. But near my feet, it's actually saying that it says it's danger. It's going into red, which is a little bit worrying. So my feet have got a magnetic field, magnetic radiation going through my feet. It's going to be more interesting when we plug it in. That's what it is, because we're going to go into the high-powered chargers at Porsche, and we can actually see then what it's like at the charging point itself and inside the cockpit of the car, which is when people sit in the car and have their food, etc. I personally do not like sitting inside the car while my car's charging. It doesn't sit well with my brain. And it'll be interesting to see not just the magnetic field, but also the electric field as well. So there we go. Let's get to Porsche and see what it's like. Everything else in the cabin at the moment seems to be all right. It's just near the floor. See, beep, near the floor. If I keep that near the floor, then we have got 8.9 there. 8.9. Nothing on the electronic field, but the magnetic field, 8.9. So turn that off and let's get onwards to Porsche South Lakes and try that one out. Right, so we've got a little bit of a boot on now because we're on a dual carriageway, and it is showing in the cockpit now. I'm going to hold that for you, you're going to have to have a look. 11.3 there, 11.3. So that's magnetic field, 0 of the electric field, but 11.3. We switch that off, and that's as we pick up speed. Obviously, as the motors spin around, we're getting more of a magnetic field inside the car itself. So there is a magnetic field that is in the red, which is the danger zone, apparently. So little concerning, I'd say, but you know, as it says on Google, it said there is no evidence to suggest that magnetic fields or electric fields are hazardous to your health. However, you tell me in the comment section down below whether you would be happy with the fact that you have got a magnetic field that is showing on one of these readers as dangerous. I'd be more interested in the electric fields, the electronic fields, than the magnetic fields. I'd be more concerned about that. Magnetic fields, probably not so much, but electric fields, yeah. And the electricity field is showing very low at the moment. So we shall see when we charge up. It's going to be interesting. Don't forget, share this on social media, across Facebook, text it, WhatsApp it to your mates, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, because that will push this video out to the rest of YouTube to show people the reality of electric cars and whether or not they are dangerous. Right, now this is where it gets interesting, because we are at Porsche South Lakes. Love Porsche South Lakes, by the way. If you're watching, hi, they've got their own YouTube channel and they've got an amazing selection of cars as well. And the next generation Porsche Taycan, which is even faster than this, the top of the range GT1 or whatever. I'm going to come back and have a look at that. Anyway, let's get with the program today. We are now at the charger. We're going to see what radiation levels we get in the car whilst we are charging. So let's turn the milk float off and let's get out there and plug it in. This is going to be interesting. Right, first of all, I'm going to get my Porsche, whoops, I'm tripping over. I'm going to get my Porsche charging card and we're going to pop the charger in. I'm also going to switch this machine on and let's see whether we get any radiation levels from the charger itself. Nothing. So good, so far so good. Let's get this in. Plug this in. Right, let's plug this in and let's see what we get. Nothing at the moment, but it's not started yet. Let's go and have a look. Right, it says it's preparing. Nothing from oh, Oh, it's now charging. Nothing particularly from the charger. Let's go round to the actual so that's a magnetic, but nothing electrical, no electrical field there, but magnetic field there. Now this is charging 9.5, 8.7, high field warning, but that's a magnetic field. Okay, but you'd expect that. Let's go into the car itself. Right, so we're in the car, near the floor, nothing, and it is charging. The car is charging. Nothing here, but the batteries are at the back, so let's go around the back. Right, now this is the back seat. Now you have to point it downwards. Anything? Can't see anything at the moment. We should seem to be alright. Let's have a look. Nothing. Zero. No. No. So far so good. Right, we're at the driver's rear seat now. Nothing at all there. Nothing on the seats. We're not registering anything in here. This is looking pretty good for Porsche. No. Right, let's go around to the driver's side. Right, driver's footwell. Nothing. Okay, again, let's put it near here. So you can see there, look. So it's actually working. What's that? It's gone off now. There we go. But only if you get really close. Well, I have to say, so far, this is actually looking good for Porsche. I mean, if you use your mobile phone, which I'll do in a minute, I'll make a call on my mobile phone to my landline back in the office so that the mobile's activated, and we'll see what reading we get actually off of the mobile phone. Let's get back in the car and see whether there's anywhere in the car that this reads danger levels. Let's get back inside. So we're actually inside the car. The battery is charging. Not getting a reading anywhere really. What about down by my feet? 0.2, a little bit, it went there. Nothing. Nothing at all. If you put it near the screens, I'm going to guess you're going to get something off the screens. Just a little bit. No. Zero. Right, okay, so now I've actually rang my other phone, which I'm filming on here, and if I put that right to my ear there, as if it would be to my ear, you will see that I've got a reading there if I hold that. This is probably why people use speakerphones. Let's go in, if I put that right up to there, come on, we are getting a danger. 5.3, 5.3, but no electronic fields, just magnetic fields again. So I'm actually quite surprised. I'm sat in the car, it's charging, it's going at 101 kilowatts of power being put through the car, and there is nothing reading at all. When you drive in, you get some magnetic field right near your foot or your feet, but other than that, nothing at all, and electronic field zero. So there we go. We'll do a bit more of an in-depth review on that with Jeff Buys Cars, I believe, or another one of my mates, so we can actually get in the car while it's driving and I can get in the back seat. I can do a little bit more of an in-depth review on it. We'll also test it alongside a normal car as well, and let's see whether that's got any magnetic fields in it as well. So there you go. I tested my electric car for radiation levels. Should I be worried? My answer so far is not really. And all the people saying, oh, you know, you want to be careful, you can get radiation from it. I'm saying probably not. So there we go. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications when I upload new videos. Do share this on social media. Show other people the results that I've got so far. I am going to do a few more and see nothing at all. I'm very, very surprised. Everybody worrying about radiation levels. Pretty safe inside the Taycan. That's all from me today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Do give us a thumbs up, and well, as I say, we'll do a bit more of an in-depth review, and I'll get in the back seat while it's driving, etc., and we'll do other charges as well and see how that is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.